Little old me, because of the energy that I possess and that I'm fully aware that I possess it. There are people who want to be in my circumference, and people will plot and be patient with the process of praying in the form of PREYING. They'll be patient in that process to try to get in my circumference, and once they gain some type of access, no matter how little or how large the role is, that they're able to obtain some type of access to my energy, they then start to despise me for it. And I believe that they despise me for it because once they're able to infiltrate in some type of way, or able to get a view, some type of view of who I actually am as a person, they see they can't poke no holes in my foundation. They see they can't poke any holes in the story that I'm building on, because I'm constantly in the work of progression, right? Because nothing is perfect. And because even though my situation is favorable to me and I'm in a good space, I don't cease working. I may have to take a break at some time or other because constant work can be draining at times, right? So I may need to take a break here or there, but for the most part, I am constantly in the work of progression, trying to make myself or whatever situation that I'm in better tenfold, right? But however, people see that, and just from a certain standpoint, their observation is that I have it easy because I make it look good. I make it look easy. Or maybe it could also be the fact that I am fully self-aware. So I know what my boundaries are, I know what my limits are, and my discernment is up. So I need for them not to think that I don't see them or don't know who they are, regardless if they wear a mask or not. However, they're able to get some type of inside view of me because I allow them into my space, right? I allow them enough rope to hang themselves, in which usually they do. But being in my space, they see that they can't poke any holes in my story. Whatever story that I'm building on to continuously progress, because my representation of myself is real. It's not a facade. Contrary to what the fuck they want to believe or what they want to think, because a lot of times they are like, you know what? She like, nah, I know this bitch be on some bullshit, or I know this bitch is like this certain type of way. This is their perception of me. This is why they want to try to get in. They be like, yeah, this bitch, she try to make it look a certain way, but I know it's really this and really that. Do I suffer downfalls and fucking back shifts? Absolutely, as a part of the growth process. Absolutely. Am I ashamed of anything that I fucking been through to get to this point? Absolutely fucking not. There's no reason for me to be ashamed of my story, number one. Number two, anything that I've been through, you cannot use against me because I've already dealt with it within my own self. You do not know, even if you don't know everything that I fucking been through, if you should find it out, it only means that you don't have to know, or that you don't know every single fucking thing about me or every single thing that I've been through, but know that I've overcame it and I've already dealt with it. So no matter what it is that I fucking been through, I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed to tell my story. I'm not ashamed to say that I was heartbroken or whatever the fuck it was that I've been through at the time that I was fucking going through it. I'm not nervous or scared to express my vulnerabilities when I'm going through some shit. And in fact, I found out that that is where my strength is at. in my vulnerability, even though it may or may not feel good. But that's not neither here nor there. There's nothing about my story that you can use to fucking shame me or to make me feel some type of way. And I don't give a fuck what type of investigation that you do. And I'm just gonna, I'm not sure if investigation is the right word, but you know what the fuck I mean. I don't give a fuck what type of investigation that you do on me to try to see if I'm really as solid as I am. The whole fucking point to this notification / rant is to let you know I'm really that solid. I'm really that fucking solid. As an individual, as a woman, as a mother, as a lover, as a friend, as a spiritualist, I'm really that fucking solid, even with my imperfections and even with sometimes my contradictions. Because yes, life can be contradictory at times. The way I feel today about a situation, tomorrow a similar situation could be presented to me in another format and in another way. But the lesson in itself could be the same. But because there's small details that may have changed the outlook on it, I may not feel that way about the situation tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So with all of that being fucking said, because to be human is to understand that there is no such thing as perfection unless it is divinely connected. Being human means that you are adjusting to the level of humanity and all type of fucking roller coasters of emotions and fucking shit come with that. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of shit that come with that. But I'm just simply saying that to say that, you know, it's crazy how people want to test who you are. Like, you not who the fuck. Well, maybe their perception is you're not who you say you are. You're not who you actually are, because they're not. There's a fucking identity crisis going on out this motherfucker. You know, the identity theft is more than just a scam, monetarily speaking. You know what I'm saying? Identity theft is also spiritual too. Motherfuckers look at you and envy you for shit that they can actually spend that same amount of time and patience on working within themselves. But they don't do that. You know, they'll look at you or look to you thinking that they are exposing you in one way or fucking another, which is fucking odd to me. So they'll rather put all the work in to try to make you feel some type of way about who you are, or to try to give people a different perception of you because they don't like the way people perceive you. Like, envy is a motherfucker. It is bugged out to me, but it is exactly why I am so grateful that I don't have any personal connection to that type of spirit or that type of energy. It ain't a motherfucker out here on the face of this motherfucking earth that I envy. There is nothing materially, spiritually, physically, emotionally that anyone has that I aspire to have for myself, so much so that I will actually take the time out of my life and my progression to try to infiltrate they shit, to try to betray them in the end, because I just don't like that in some shape, form, or fashion they are whatever the fuck they're proclaiming to be. Whatever the fuck they're proclaiming to be. Right? Motherfuckers will be feeling some type of way that you've overcome, that you're a warrior, that you handle your shit. spiritual warfare is fucking crazy. Spiritual warfare is also delusional. That shit could cause you delusion, because you also begin to think that you could think for somebody else. But you're trying to or pretending to think for somebody else, because in your mind you know how you truly feel towards that person that you're trying to think for, in conjunction with trying to maintain a facade just so you could be around this type of person. Like, this shit is fucking crazy. But you know what spiritual warfare also is, in my opinion? It's time consuming. It's too motherfucking time consuming, and I ain't got no time for it. So I pray, not just for myself, but for my team, my family, the people that I know for sure, without a doubt, never made me question their loyalty, never made me second guess who they are or how they really feel towards me. I pray for them and with them. You know, for protection and continued guidance and all the shit that we need to continue to get by. But as far as me feeling any type of fucked up, derogatory way towards anybody else that I try to plot and I don't got time for that shit. I refuse. Ever since my fucking, what I call a big fucking breakup, and I say that's the big breakup because it is the intimate relationship that I've had that have impacted my life the most. Ever since that, I don't give so much of myself to other motherfucking people outside of myself in any shape, form, or fashion. Everything that I do now is geared towards self-progression. And so I don't have time, nor do I fucking make time to try to figure out how to make somebody else like fucked up, miserable, lick back. Fuck a lick back. I don't, and this is why I post certain shit that I do. Unless you have a direct effect upon me, physically, emotionally, you know, those type of ways to where as though it really fucks me up like that, it is no motherfucking type of way that I'm going to spend any of my time trying to get a lick back for you. Fuck you. Straight like that. I am about self-progression and trying to get myself in the best position possible, because I spent a lot of time dedicating my time and resources to trying to assist people just to get them to meet me where I am. I no longer do that. I go on about my motherfucking business and put my resources into me, and everything I was giving outside of me, I now give it to myself and push my motherfucking self forward. And if you can meet me there, absolutely great. Then that means that, you know, you're a part of my soul tribe. But as far as me putting any of my fucking resources, manifesting backwards, all of that shit, get the fuck out of here. I'm not with that shit. My hair's uneven. I need a motherfucking, I need my ends clipped. You see what I'm saying? Like, I got my own shit that I'm going through, whether it's big or small. I'm not feeding into none of your shit no more, especially if you're not having any type of effect on me. But just also know, in the same breath, that I can say that I am divinely protected, and this I know. Sometimes it'd be hard for me to recognize it, because I even think to myself, like, it'd be like a shock factor. Like, wow, God really don't play about me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. Sometimes I'm just not aware to that degree. Even though I'm loyal to God and to my universal family, I am loyal to them. Sometimes I do second guess myself in that aspect, to be like, damn, they don't have to be loyal to me. My universal family, God, don't owe me anything. They don't have to be loyal to me about anything. I'm putting this work in just because it means that much to me to be able to have a divine connection. That's why I'm putting this work in. I'm not putting it in to get anything out of it. I'm not putting it in to say, oh, you know, God owes me, because God doesn't owe me a damn thing. I owe it to myself to be the best version of myself, because I consider myself one of the flyest bitches that I may ever know in my life. Right? And so while I'm feeling that type of way, divine connection is absolutely paramount to me. So when God does show up for me, sometimes I'm taken aback by it, because I just be like, oh shit. You know, it's a wow factor. Like, God really does fuck with me too. My spiritual team really do fuck with me like that. Oh shit. And it's a good feeling, but it's also like a state of shock. So I want you to know that people like myself, and when I say people like myself, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people who it is evident that they have a divine connection. People that you may think that they're weak because it's crazy to me, but whatever. A lot of humanity only accept disrespect, no matter if the disrespect is blatant or if it's covert. It's the only fucking thing they understand. So when you come across a person that's me, like myself, that's in a certain space, and I'm cool, calm, and collective about a lot of shit, it appears to a toxic person, or it appears to a bot, it appears to a minion, it appears to a flying monkey, a low vibe person, that I may be weak. They look at my smile and be like, I'm a joke. Personally, I don't give a fuck what anyone else thinks about me. I really don't. I just think that you should proceed with caution, because you need to understand and you need to understand that my spiritual family, my universal family, do not play about me either. So I'm going to always, for the most part, maintain my motherfucking glow and my motherfucking facade, no matter what type of state I'm in, because I have the opportunity to do it again, to try again, you know? And